All right, I assume everybody tried mains material fully. So I want to discuss doubts backwards because I don't know earlier form up to where I discussed. That's the reason. Okay, last 20th question in numerical. Anybody need doubt? No. 19. Okay. How to do 19? Anybody want to tell? All of you are able to hear me, right?
Sir, it is the length of the chord whole square.
Yes, correct.
Sir, first we'll find the foot of the perpendicular to the chord. Then letting it is repeat, then you lose the formula 2 into root under minus S11.
Yeah, you can find foot, but I think without finding the foot also we can do it, right?
Sir.
Ah.
Sir, we know the tangents and the distance between the origin to the center now, sir. We can find the area of the quadrilateral formed by the origin and point of contact of the tangent and the center of the circle now, sir. Area equals to length of the chord into distance between origin and center.
Okay, you want to do that way. It's okay. I think you can do it different ways. This is a circle. This is an actual point. You are drawing two tangents. This is center. This is O. This is A. This is B. Okay. They have asked for AB length, right? Okay. So you are saying we'll find area of this quadrilateral by using R into root S11. Then we'll use half into this as a formula for half into product of the two diagonals because they're perpendicular. That's nice. You can do that. Somebody says, first of all, you can find this by using S1 equal to 0, right? Okay. After that, you can even use 2 root R square minus D square. It is not necessary to find this point, now. You can use 2 root R square minus D square if you know the chord. We know the chord because you know origin, you can do S1 equal to 0. One more thing, if I know this length, okay, and I also know this length, if required, I know this length, I know this angle also, okay. I can find this length simply from the triangle because I may know hypotenuse or I may know this means I know this angle theta. Okay, so basically in this triangle, you know at least two sides for sure. So one is radius, one is this. And if you want, you can even find this length because this length into this length is r square. While discussing about inverse point, we discussed. Apart from that, the standard rule, if you want to find length of chord, is 2 root r square minus d square. Okay, anybody doubt about 18th one? Seventeenth one? Sixteen is very simple. They just simply wanted slope of radical. Okay, anybody doubt about 13 or 14 or 15? No. I hope you don't have any doubts because you really tried and got the answer. Okay, on the screen 8 to 12. Anybody any doubts?
11.
11. The least length of the chord. Okay. I am actually doing advanced level questions for your seniors circles only apparently. Yesterday only I thought maybe this point I should emphasize more. I did not, but it's. Let us say, forget about this exact question. There is a circle, fixed circle. Let us say x square plus y square equal to some 100. And there is a fixed point. Let us say 3 comma 2. 3 comma 2. Now, Passing through 3, 2, there are a lot of chords, right?
Yes, sir.
Among them, what is the maximum length of the chord? What is the minimum length of the chord? And how to find those equations? Anybody want to give an idea?
Sir, maximum length of the chord will be the line joining the center and that point, sir.
Yes, this chord, which is the diameter, should obviously have maximum length. Because more than diameter, length of the chord is not possible. Yes, so passing through that point, there's a unique diameter that will have maximum length. If you want to find the equation, 2 points you can find. Okay. Which chord will have least length out of all the chords?
Perpendicular to the perpendicular distance and passing through the field.
Yeah, there will be one chord like this. Okay. And how to find its equation?
Sir, we know the point and we know
the slope and find the slope.
Okay. And how to find length of that?
2 root r square minus d square.
Yeah, you can use 2 root minus s11 also. You can use 2 root r square minus d square because you know d and you know r, you can do it. Okay. But I only prove that this is only shortest. Maybe some other chord may be like this, maybe shortest.
Sir, it is only the maximum distance from the center, no, sir.
Exactly. Yes, yes. If you take any other chord through this and take this perpendicular distance at d, the length of the chord is 2 root r square minus d square. If you want to minimize this, you have to minimize d, right? So if you want to maximize this, sorry, you want to minimize this, you have to maximize d, right? Okay, so you can see this d is every time less than this. But when you take this line, d will be equal to this because that is the hypotenuse of a right angle triangle. Every side will be less than that. So other than this chord, if you take any other chord, d will be less than root 13. But when it is this line, d is the maximum root 13 and d cannot be more than root 13. Yes. If you want to minimize this, d has to be maximum, that is for this. Okay. So this chord will have maximum length, it's a diameter, and this chord will have least length. Okay. Now, what is this present question? The length of the chord, what is it? Yeah, the least length of the chord. So 2 root minus s11, you can use it, right, straight away. Lakshmi?
Yes.
Okay. So basically the chord having that given point as the midpoint. You can take even given point at the center, find a d and use 2 root r square minus d square also. Okay, any other doubts? Anybody in these 5 questions?
8 and 9, sir.
Come on, what is there to ask in 8? Tell me, Saket. Polar of a point with respect to circle, do s1 equal to 0, you will get the line. Okay. What is your doubt? Tell me. I'm asking if you have doubt, tell me what is the doubt.
I tried, sir, but I did not get, sir.
Because yes.
By mistake, it was some other number. I saw it, that question some other page. I saw the page where I strike it on.
Okay. And ninth question is simply find S1 equal to 0, you'll get the chord of contact. Whenever you know circle and line, finding chord of contact, there's only one method, 2 root r square minus d square. I'm ready to tell any doubt, but it should be clear that is that question and what is your doubt specifically. Okay. 3 to 7 on the screen, numerical questions. Anybody, any doubt? Harika, you tried all these questions? Harika.
Yes, sir.
You got answers to all of them?
Yes, sir. Okay.
Okay, good. So nobody has any doubts in this question. Okay, first 2 questions in numerical. Anybody any doubt?
Sir, how to do first question?
Yeah. Basically, first question is they want 4 points to be concyclic. M1 comma 1 by M1, M2 comma 1 by M2, and m3 comma 1 by m3 and m4 comma 1 by m4. These are consecutive points. What is the condition? Okay. So it is difficult to normally we say how to prove 4 points are consecutive is you take 3 points, find the circle equation and then substitute the 4th point. But if you try to do like that, it is very lengthy and these are not numbers that we can actually solve and find GFC values. Okay. Then what to do? All these 4 points are lying on some other curve other than circle. Anybody want to guess what is that curve? Whatever m1 you take, whatever m2 you take, all these 4 points are satisfying some other curve. What is that?
Parabola.
Y equal to 1 by x.
Yes. So basically what is happening is y equal to 1 by x on that 4 points are given and they want that these 4 to be consecutive. This one, right? Okay. So basically xy equal to 1 is like this. All these are satisfying that. And your circle can be, intersecting this side or completely that side, doesn't matter. Maybe it is like this. These 4 points are there, they all will be in this form. If you take x coordinate k here, y coordinate will be 1 by k. If you take x coordinate m2, y coordinate will be 1 by m2. Okay. So basically these 4 must be points of intersection of the circle x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0 and this hyperbola. Even if you don't know about hyperbola, don't worry. All these 4 are in the form of m comma 1 by m. Okay. Substitute here. You will get m square plus 1 by m square plus 2gm plus 2f by m plus c equal to 0. When you simplify, you'll get m power 4 plus 2gm cube plus cm square plus 2fm plus 1 equal to 0. Okay, so this is a 4th degree equation and m1, m2, m3, m4 all should satisfy this. So roots of this equation are m1, m2, m3 and m4. Then what is the product of the roots? The constant will give you product of the roots. Okay, so m1 into m2 into m3 into m4 is equal to 1. Okay, so even though it is about consecutive condition, but what the process that we've done is slightly different. Is it clear, Udayalakshmi?
Yes, sir.
Okay, anybody has any other doubts in numerical questions? Okay, no. Yashashwini, roll number 8, are you there?
Yes, sir.
You tried all the numerical questions?
No, sir. I have to do numerical.
You have to do numerical. Fine. Yochana, you completed all these 20 questions? All right. Okay. So you can see on the screen question number 166. Anybody any doubt?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Question is not difficult, only you have to understand what is the question. What this question is 166 is on a circle. There are 2 points This will have this also will be in the form of r cos theta comma r sin theta. This also in the form of r cos theta 2 comma r sin theta 2. The parametric angle of this and the parametric angle of this are differ by 60 degrees. Basically, parametric angle means what? When you join to the center with x axis, how much it makes. Similarly, parametric angle of this is this whole thing. The difference is pi by 3 means basically this is pi by 3. So I can just simply state this question as there is a circle. There are 2 points like this where this angle is 60 degrees. You draw tangents there, they'll intersect at one point. What is the locus of that? Of course, I can rotate this whole thing. I can move this, but the angle between these two should be always 60. Then obviously when I rotate like this, take these two, rotate like this, what is the locus of this point will be a concentric circle. Right? Yes. What will be the radius of that? You join here. If this total is 60, this will be 30 and this will be 30. If this is r, what is this length? 90 is here. I know adjacent side I want to find hypotenuse, so it should be cos theta. If I take cos theta equal to r by l cos 30 degrees, so r is equal, sorry, l is equal to 2r by root 3. So this length is 2r by root 3 means equation of this circle is x square plus y square equal to 2r by root 3 whole square. Okay, this is one method directly from the figure. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Another method is, if really this angle is pi by 3, okay, if you draw two tangents, what is the angle between the tangents will be?
120.
120, because this is 90, this is 90, their sum is 180, this is 60, so this should be 120, right? From an external point, you have to draw two tangents such that angle between them is 120, means you can use tan theta by 2 equal to r by root s11. So tan 120 by 2, tan 60 is root 3, r is r, root s11 is root over x1 square plus y1 square minus r square. Bring this one here, you will get x square plus y square minus r square equal to r square by 3. X square plus y square equal to 4r square by 3. Again, same answer. You can do like that also. One more method. If I really take this point as r cos theta comma r sin theta, this point will be r cos theta plus pi by 3 and r sin theta plus pi by 3. Because the parametric angle has to be pi by 3 more or pi by 3 less. And what is the equation of tangent at this point? Is x cos theta plus y sin theta equal to r. What is the tangent at this point? Simply replace theta with theta plus pi by 3. X cos theta plus pi by 3. Y sin theta plus pi by 3 is equal to r. If I expand this, I'll get x cos theta plus y sin theta into cos pi by 3, 1 by 2. And I will also get minus x sin theta plus y cos theta into root 3 by 2, because that is sin pi by 3 equal to r. If I substitute this as r, it will become r by 2, send that side. This second equation will become minus x sin theta plus y cos theta into root 3 by 2. This is r based on this, r minus r by 2. It will become r by 2. Now, theta may change, but for this point, that is x comma y, which is satisfying this equation and this equation and this equation, there is a relation between x and y that should not change. How to find that? You have to square these two and add. So before squaring and adding, send this root 3 by 2 that side, you will get a minus x sin theta plus y cos theta equal to r by root 3. Now take this and take this, square and add, you will get x square plus y square equal to r square plus r square by 3, again 4r square by 3. Okay, so first two are easier just from the figure, but still I am telling that method. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let us see if there are two concentric circles. Okay. But then question where one tangent to this and one tangent to this, if they're perpendicular, what is the locus of that point? You remember that question, right? In fact, if this radius is A and this radius is B, what is the locus of that point?
X square plus y square is equal to a square plus.
Yes. Now, what if I don't say they're perpendicular? There is one tangent to this and there is one tangent to this. This angle is 30 degrees. What is the locus of that point? One tangent to circle x square plus y square equal to a square, another tangent to circle x square plus y square equal to b square. The angle between them is 30. What is the locus of that point? Okay, I wanted to ask this. Okay, think about it. If somebody wants, I'll discuss tomorrow. Okay. If somebody already got, you write the question properly and write solution neatly and send to me also. Instead of 90, it's 30. Okay, 166 done. Any doubt about 165? $164. Namrata, you tried all the numerical questions?
No, sir, didn't went up to numerical.
Okay.
Till 5 questions are there to complete, and then I'll go to numerical, sir.
Okay. Sriharsha, can you send solutions to all numerical questions in the group later on?
Sir, nobody would understand my solution, sir.
Okay. Hemant, you completed all numerical?
No, sir, numericals are left.
Nigda, you completed all numerical?
Sir, few ones I did not write completely.
Okay. Who is there in this class who are ready to submit all the solutions to numerical questions? All right. 163. Anybody any doubt? $162. Okay, these three questions, 159, 160, 161. Okay, so let me discuss some ideas about one or two questions here. I said in the class also, may not be given notes. Whenever two circles are there, okay, and if they have a common chord, how to find that common chord? The standard method is subtract these two circles. You will get this line. Then, whenever you know circle and a line, how to find length of the chord is 2 root r square minus d square, where d is the perpendicular from center to that line. Okay, this is a general method to find a common chord of two circles, that length. But 2-3 cases it becomes easier. When is that? If the two circles are intersecting each other orthogonally, okay, then I said to take this right angle triangle formed by R1, R2 and D, find the height of that. Double of that height is the answer, okay, of symmetry. How to find this height? You can find area of this triangle in two different ways. You can take this as the base, this as the height, this as the base, this as the height. For example, here of R1, R2 is area, or of into D into this height H is also area. H will come R1, R2 by D. In fact, the D is root over R1 square plus R2 square, orthogonality condition. 2H will be answer. This is when it is orthogonal, we can do that. Okay. What if they are not orthogonal? They are of same radius. Okay, let us say there are two circles of same radius. Then you take this center and this center, Find the midpoint of them. Once you know midpoint of a chord, how will you find equation of chord? 2 root minus S11. You can use 2 root minus S11 using this point as x1, y1 for this circle or this circle. Or anyway, you know this radius R and R. You find distance between the centers called D. This will be D by 2, this will be D by 2, and this will be root over R square minus D by 2 whole square, and double of that. That also you can do it from the easily from the length. But one question I want to do it differently. Apart from these two, one more is this. Okay, look at 160. Are the two circles of same radius?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we can do by this process that I told how to do it. 159, are the two circles intersecting each other orthogonally?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you can use the 2 R1 R2 by root over R1 square plus R2 square. Just now I said orthogonal how to do it. Not just remember the formula, idea how it came, right? Apart from that, I want to tell one more method for 159. Are the two circles intersecting? Yes or no? That's why they asked common chord. They're intersecting, no doubt. One of the points of intersection, is it easy? Anybody want to tell?
Origin.
Origin. Yes, both doesn't have constants, it is origin. So if you know one of the point of intersection, what is the advantage? The two circles are like this, maybe different radius, but I know this is origin, and I know this center is minus h comma 0, this center is 0 comma k. Simply find this perpendicular distance, double of that is answer, right?
Yes, sir.
What is the equation of this line? First here x-intercept is minus h, y-intercept is k. Because it's like x-intercept, y is 0, it's like y-intercept. Simply x by minus h plus y by k equal to 0. If you equal to 1, sorry. X by a plus y by b equal to 1. And now if I do cross multiplication, kx minus hy plus hk equal to 0. For the distance from origin to this, mod c by root a square plus b square, mod hk by root over h square plus k square, 2 times that. That's all. The same as 2 R1 R2 by root R1 square plus R2 square if they're intersecting orthogonally. Even if they're not intersecting orthogonally, still you can do this method. Okay, so these are specific. It's not that every question we use this, because we happen to notice that it's passing through both are intersecting at origin. Even 158, 15, 20, 25 means they're intersecting orthogonally because d square equal to R1 square plus R2 square. You can use 2 R1 R2 by root R1 square plus R2. I think these are all about radical center, the 4-5 cases that we discussed. One time it is in center, one time ortho center. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
So 157, 156, 155, 154 are the 4 cases that I discussed in the class. I don't need to discuss. Okay, 153 or 152? Anybody any doubt?
Sir, 153.
Is he not indirectly asking radical center? If you are looking for a point from which lengths of tangent to 3 circles are equal, that is radical axis, right? Radical center, sorry.
Yes, sir.
So how will you find that? Subtract first 2 circles, making sure x square, y square coefficients are equal, you'll get radical axis of those 2. Subtract second and third, or first and third, you'll get another radical axis. Solve them, you will get the radical center, and the radical center is the answer. Okay, 150 or 151? Anybody any doubt?
Sir, 150.
Okay. This is not a big question, very small, but I always like this question. Okay. Long time back, something like 2000 or something, maybe. It's given in MSET. Later on asked in other exams also. But a very simple question. What is basically happened is they gave a circle x square plus y square equal to 61. One particular point on that circle is minus 5 comma 6. That is P. There are 2 points on this circle with length as 10. What the point is different? It's okay. Minus 5 comma 6. Okay. PA is also 10. PB is also 10. Now they wanted this AB line equation. That's the question, right?
Sir, 151, sir.
Oh, you asked 151, but it's okay. I'm discussing 150. I'll discuss 151 also. Circle is there. One point on that circle is given. There are 2 particular points on the same circle. This distance 10, this distance. They want this line AB equation. Okay. How to do is very simple. Take this point as the center, 10 as the radius. You'll get one circle. Subtract these 2 circles. You'll get that line. Right? They gave a circle. One point on the circle is minus 5 comma 6. Let us say this is 10 units, this is 10 units, this is B 10 units, this is B 10 units. They want this line. Take this as the center, this 10 as the radius, you'll get one circle. You can find that circle. Subtract these 2, you'll get this. That's all done. Is it okay for 150? There's a line L. Okay, see this question, if you try it, if you get idea on your own, you will find a thrill that just like that are done. Or after when we discuss, you'll remember. If you don't try and if I discuss, there's no beauty of the question. Okay. Anybody tried this 150 before and tried like this? Okay, 150, anybody tried some other way? Okay, sir, up to where you tried? Mains questions. Are you able to hear me what I'm saying, or am I muted myself? No? Nobody is responding.
Sir.
Lokeshwar, have you tried? Up to which questions? Don't waste my
To 140, sir.
That is stupid, man. This week itself,
Today I will complete, sir.
Don't say that. This whole week I have not given homework. See, if you are having any problem, okay, you are not able to manage enough classes, okay, you can tell the respective teachers that too many classes if you take, we cannot. That is one thing. And don't take that excuse also. Because physically normally we teach for 7 hours and we give 4 hours homework, and I'm saying 1 month I'm teaching, more than that I cannot give. Okay, even now if they keep IP board exams, it is difficult to complete the syllabus before January 10th. Okay, if they don't keep, somehow we can just complete without much of revision. After that also, if people are like this, at least there should be 10-15 students doing our homework on time and inspire the rest of the class, so that at least others will feel bad. Now they'll think even Lokeshwar had tried up to 140, so it's okay. Anyway, I'm not as good as Lokeshwar, so why should I try? Others will take advantage. Am I correct or not? There should be at least 10, 15, 20 students be there very dynamically in the class. This is the problem, okay? That if you don't try, the lesson will be over. You think you know something, but at the end you will not get anything much out of it. It is not the last minute preparation that is going to help you. Okay, last 2 months, 3 months, somehow you study. At the time you feel sad, sir, I'm not getting marks, how to increase the speed and all these things. Do the work given to you first. Without doing that, without doing work, what will you say? In the exam, doing silly mistake, I spent half an hour for math. Actually, I have not even done homework in the maths. Whether you tried 1 hour, half an hour, how does it matter? This is very disgusting. Okay. I thought you will do even advanced material and then do past year mains questions and advanced questions. You'll ask those doubts. I am feeling bad that I am not conducting an extra class and clarifying those doubts. All right, 151. Yes, please.
Sir, I will never repeat this. Sir, I am promising now.
Okay, coming to 151, the two circles are intersecting. There are 2 points of intersection. Okay, passing through those two and 1 comma 1, we want a circle. When there will be a circle and when there will not be a circle. This is a past IIT question as it is. The circles are not fixed, variable circles. So they gave 2 circles. They're intersecting at P and Q, and there is a point some 1 comma 1 or something like that. Always there will be a circle passing through 3 points. Whenever you take 3 points, they will form a triangle. There will be definitely a circle. Only condition is if 1 comma 1 lies on this line, then they're collinear, then there will not be any circle. So that's the only thing. If you want circle passing the 3 points, it will be always there, provided they are not collinear. So what you do in 151, you can see on the screen now, not the board. You subtract the 2 circles, you will get the common chord. In that you substitute 1 comma 1. You will get some values of p. Except those values, it may be 1 value or 2 values. Except those values, rest of the values are okay. Lakshmi, is it clear? 151. Yes. Okay. So here I think you may get, after subtracting these two, the radical axis. What is the radical axis? X plus 5y plus p square minus 2p minus 5 equal to 0. Substitute 1 comma 1. You'll get a quadratic equation. Maybe it's a perfect square, then you'll get only 1 p value. $149. Anybody any doubt? We have an IP question, standard question. They'll give 3 circles and ask find a circle intersecting all 3 orthogonally. The general method is 2 methods. Let the circle be x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0. Apply orthogonality condition to first one, second one, third one. 3 equations and 3 unknowns. You will get GFC values. Second method is subtract 2 circles. You will get 2 radical axes. Solve them. You will get radical center. From that, length of tangent to all 3 should be equal. It will be equal. Take that center as the center and that length as radius. You will get the circle. But here we can tell very easily option A is the answer. You know why? In all the options, there is no G term, there is no F term. X term and Y terms are not there. Correct, na? So 2G G dash is 0. 2F F dash is 0, means C plus C dash is 0. In the question, for all the 3 questions, 3 circles, what is the constant?
4.
Plus 4. So for our circle, if constant is minus 4, C plus C dash also will be 0. That's why option A straight away. So here what you have to notice is the constants are same. That's why you can tell just like that. If not, even you subtract 2 lines, the radical axis will not have any constant. So you'll get radical center as origin and the length of tangent as root 4. So 147 or 148, any doubt?
Sir, 148.
148 is same as what I discussed just now. Why? Because you can see x and y coefficients are changing. A1, B1, A2, B2, A3, B3, but constant is not changing. C, right? So answer is obviously option B, x square plus y equal to minus C. So that anyway 2G G dash is 0, 2F F dash is 0. So C plus C dash, the constant should be minus C. Or even if you take all the 3 circles, subtract 2 lines, 2 circles, the radical axis will come A1 minus A2 into x plus B1 minus B2 into y equal to 0. Another time A2 minus A3 into x plus B2 minus B3 into y equal to 0. There is no constant in the radical axis. So the radical center is origin. And from origin, length of tangent to the circle is root C. So that's why it is x square plus y square equal to root C whole square. Is it okay? 148?
Yes, sir.
147. Anybody any doubt? It is directly radical axis. If a circle is intersecting two given circles orthogonally, locus of center of that is radical axis. Okay. Any doubt in 145 or 146? (143) or 144? In 143, the answer is radical x of two circles. Can you tell me what are they?
Point circle and the circle.
Yes, you can take a circle with center a comma b and radius 0. Nitin, up to which question you tried, man?
Numericals 10 or less.
Okay. 141 or 142? Any doubts? One 139, 140. I remember 138 earlier I discussed, but still. (137) also I discussed. Okay. Any doubt in these four questions? Okay, total circles. Okay, you will tell instead of asking like this, you want any number, I'm ready to tell. Or you want me to scroll down or scroll up, I'll scroll up. Okay, anybody have any doubts in advanced material even numbers? I'll screen share that advanced material if somebody wants. Okay, we have some time. Let's let me discuss something. Did you finish all the odd numbers in advanced material? No.
Done, sir.
We finished all.
Okay. At least let me finish other numerical questions or something. Okay, so I'll come backwards, even numbers, whatever is possible, we'll complete. Anybody, I want everybody to complete circles thoroughly, at least a minimum mains material, everything, including numerical questions and system of circles IP by tomorrow. Okay, that is the basic minimum required. And if that is done, you have time to do advanced material. Okay, 24, what is this? The cards of contact of pair of tangent from this pass to a point. What is that? I think they're indirectly asking pole only. Okay. Because if you take different points on a line and find cards of contact, they are all concurrent at a point, that is pole. X square plus y is equal to 1 and 2x plus y equal to 4. Okay, x square plus y square equal to 1, 2x plus y equal to 4. We have a circle, we have a line, take different points on that. find chord of contact, take another point, find chord of contact. If you want to find this point of concurrence, it will be pole of the given line. If you want the pole, you can do S1 equal to 0, compare. We have formula minus R square L by N minus R square N by N. Or I can just try to compare here. Divide is 4, it will become x into 1 by 2, y into 1 by 4 equal to 1. Just by looking at this, I can say the pole of the given line is 1 by 2, comma 1 by 4. That is A, comma B. I think they asked 4 times A plus B maybe. That is 4 into 1 by 2 plus 1 by 4. 2 plus 1, which is 3. Okay, 24, I think answer is clear. Yes. Next to 22. The equation of locus of midpoints, chords of the circle with subtend. That will be a concentric circle, of course. Okay, this is advanced material. If you are writing in the class notes somewhere, you write it. We have a circle 4x square plus 4y square minus 12x plus 4y plus 1 equal to 0. When I divide with 4, it is x square plus y square minus 3x plus y plus 1 by 4 equal to 0. Okay, this is a very simple question. There is a chord which is subtending 120 degrees at the center. You want locus of midpoint of that. Okay, this 120 means this is 60 and this is 60. If this is R, this is R cos 60, R by 2. So locus of this point is usually a concentric circle with radius R by 2. So what is the radius here? Root over 9 by 4 plus 1 by 4 minus 1 by 4, 3 by 2. So R by 2 will be 3 by 4. And what is the center here? 3 by 2 comma minus of. So the required circle is x minus 3 by 2 whole square, y plus 1 by 2 whole square. Same center, but radius is half of the earlier radius, which is this 3 by 4 whole square. We will get x square plus y square minus 3x plus y plus 9 by 4 plus 1 by 4 equal to 9 by 16. X square plus y square minus 3x plus y. 10 by 4 is 5 by 2. 5 by 2 can multiply 8, 40 by 16 plus 31 by 16 equal to 0. So the answer is somewhat like that. X square plus y square minus kx plus y. Okay. In fact, if it is k, I don't need all this. You know why? Why should I bother about constant? I know they are concentric circles. That is sufficient, tells me that the k will be 3 minus 3 only. So I don't need to do all this. It's a waste of time. I know it's a concentric circle. What is the suitable constant? I have to do some work, but the x time y time doesn't change. So directly k equal to 3 I can tell because they gave is minus k. So k will be 3. If you want to compare this answer with x square plus y square minus kx plus y plus 31 by 16 equal to 0. Those who completed 22, then try 20. Every year we want to give more material, but some based on the students, we want to decrease the number of questions in material. How much are we decreasing? Earlier we used to have double of these questions. People are not completing, so every year we are reducing little bit. Okay, 20. Let integer part of k denotes the largest integer less than or equal to k. That's the definition. Let two parallel chords of a circular radius 2 or root 3 apart. At the center of the circle. Okay. So we have a circle. There is one chord here and another chord here. One is subtending at the center pi by k, another is subtending center 2 pi by k, and the distance between them is root 3 plus 1. Pi by k, 2 pi by k. Okay. So this radius is 2, this radius is 2, this radius is 2. And the distance between them is root 3 plus 1. Actually, I took on either side of the center. If I can take this on the same side, but that distance cannot be root 3 plus 1 because root 3 plus 1 is more than the radius, or 2.732. So if they are on the same side of the center, how can that be? Okay. So I think this angle is pi by k. This total angle is 2 pi by k. They're asking what is that k. So I'll divide this into two equal parts. This will be pi by 2k, pi by 2k. Here also I'll divide this into two parts. So this is pi by k and this is also pi by k. So this is 2 cos pi by 2k this length. This is 2 cos pi by k this length. Add them. Okay. So this is some p c q. Root 3 plus 1 should be pq. Sorry. Yeah. Root 3 plus 1 is pq. That is pc plus cq. This is 2 cos pi by k and this is 2 cos pi by 2k. Okay, you can divide with 2 and you can somewhat guess what they are. Root 3 by 2 plus 1 by 2 is cos pi by k plus cos pi by 2k. I think you can easily guess one of them must be 30 and one of them must be 60. Okay, so the greater angle should be 60. So pi by k is equal to 60. Pi by 2k is 30. So that is pi by 3. So I can tell k equal to 3. Apart from guessing, is it possible to solve? This is a trigonometric equation we should be able to solve. This is root 3 by 2 plus 1 by 2. I want to call this as theta. This will be 2 theta then. Cos 2 theta plus cos theta. This will be 2 cos square theta minus 1 plus cos theta. Then I think we can factorize properly. Let us see. 2 cos square theta plus cos theta. If we send everything to the other side, we'll get minus 3 by 2 minus root 3 by 2 equal to 0. From this end, okay, I want cos theta equal to, I took smaller angle, so cos theta equal to root 3 by 2 should be satisfying. Yeah, does it come in that? Yes. I'll take this and I'll take these two. Let us see how to do this. From these two, take 2 common. you will get cos square theta minus 3 by 4. From these two, cos theta minus root 3 by 2. Even this one, I can write cos theta minus root 3 by 2 into cos theta plus root 3 by 2 plus cos theta minus root 3 by 2. This and this are same, take common. Cos theta minus root 3 by 2 into 2 cos theta plus root 3 plus 1 equal to 0. From this, you will get cos theta equal to root 3 by 2 or minus of root 3 plus 1 by 2. Root 3 plus 1 by 2, is it okay? 2.732 by 2. It is more than 1, not okay. Okay, this is outside the, it is less than minus 1. Only this is okay. So apart from guessing, because we know the known values root 3 by 2 and 1 by 2, the cos 30, cos 60, you can also solve and get properly that theta must be 30 degrees. So if pi by 2k is theta. Okay, this is a question where this is also asked in advanced exam earlier, but it is not based on any properties of circle that you study in coordinate geometry. From the figure, you can ask this in trigonometry also as such. Is it okay? 20, is everybody clear about the question?
Yes, sir.
Okay.